Beautiful morning. Check out the view that we've got up here. No, it's not really light enough yet that you can make out a lot, but awesome view of the city. Tall buildings. Really nice spread, and the sun's coming up over here. And the hustle and bustle of the day. It hadn't really got quite started yet right now. Still early. It's about 5:30 in the morning right now. Oh, actually, it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm sure it will be definitely busy here in just a little while. Well, here we are, jet lag. Of course, we slept on the plane some, so that really kind of messed it up for us. But it's our first night here in the room. I was like 1:47, I think, right? 2:15 now. Wanted to give you a little update of what's been happening. So the reason that we're still up, for one thing, is our detoxicare emails came in. And we need to get on there and get scheduled to get our swab test that is taking place on the 5th day. Now, next thing is you can pay and get an early swab, but what they offered us was the same from what I can see for the early or the other, but it's a limited amount of people that can get it on the early. And so we need to jump on that pretty quick and do the early swab, and you need to pay for the early swab online. If not, you're not going to be able to pay at the hotel for an early swab. They want it paid online from what it says there. So we jumped in and got mine reserved and paid, Melinda's reserved and paid for early swab. So they'll come in here on the 5th day, literally the 5th day, like right after midnight, anywhere like 12:30, or so in the morning hours, like 12:30 to like 3 something in the morning, and swab us. So it is literally as early as possible right after the clock on the 5th day. And we'll have our results in just a few hours later when you're paying for it like that. And here's the other thing. We landed in here on the 4th, but we landed here late in the evening on the 4th. The 4th was almost done. Just a few hours left to the 4th by the time we got in the room here. But this is already counted as a day though. Even though you were only here just for a few hours, that is already still counted as a day. It's not going by hours counting on a clock. It's going by calendar days, okay? And so by the calendar day, they already counted the 4th as one of our quarantine days. And so then we have the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th. They're swabbing us on early in the morning hours on the 8th. So we're not actually in here all of that long. Oh, and we ordered food. Look at that. We're excited to get this chicken. It's gonna taste so good. And we got palabok also. So who all likes palabok? That's one of my favorites for a long time. I like to get it also from Jollibee as well. Man, and then we got some soups right here. Just single rices. Of course, when you go in and eat in here into this restaurant, you can get unlimited rice, and they'll just keep coming and serving it to you. But my fat butt don't need unlimited rice. So for you all down in Visayas, kaung or kung ta, and for up here in Manila where we're at, kain tayo. Let's eat. I have to hurry and eat faster. You'll have it all gone. Look at you. You're already wrapping all the noodles up quick with all the spicy, all the crunchy stuff on there. With the chicharron. Quick, boy. No waiting on you.
Just eat,
okay? Slow down. There's chicken and rice over there.
Just eat, okay?
I know how this is when you have to share with you. It goes down fast. Let's just go slow where we can breathe while we eat. It's not a race now. What's this life of luxury you got going on here? Huh? What's this life of luxury happening here? Chilling like a villain? Chilling like a villain? Man.
So we need to do for 5 days.
Man. Look at this, isn't this just nice? Look at this view. It's pretty nice houses down there. Some nice homes down there, boy. All these houses right here are nice houses. You can check them out right there. I'll zoom up on a couple of them for you. See, it's all really nice homes in there. Really unique roof over there on that one too. Let's see what they got right here. This is going to start our first morning here. So far we got 2 Minute Maid juices here, apple juices. We got a couple of bananas. And then this is going to be our breakfast here. Check it out, Mel. See what it is.
It's a cheese roll.
Is that like a cheese roll you said? And this is going to be like, kind of like a little omelet right here. And then longanisa. All right, baby, there you go. Breakfast served. There's some sauce right there also.
Ketchup.
Just ketchup. Melinda was noticing that earlier, that many of those houses have solar. You can see right there. They got a solar set up on that one. Then I think the one right behind them. Yeah, you can't. They're darker right there. You can see them. They got solar. And let's see. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, there's another one right there. You see with solar. Right there. Those places there, man. They got a bunch of solar. Look at that. Man, look how clean the city looks. You know, it's changing so much here in Manila from what it was years past. It is really cleaning up. Well, here we are. It's the end of our second day. I know you're confused, going, wait, you just got there. How's it your second day? Because when we came in late that night, on the 4th, last night, that was already counted as a day. Even though we didn't arrive here, like I say, until late, there's only a couple hours left of the 4th. It's still counted as a day. So we're now concluding day 2 already. Isn't that amazing? And now check this out. Then we booked our swab test, and we booked for the early swabs. They're going to show up here like 12:30 to 3 o'clock or something like that a.m. And that day also counts as a whole day. So if we get our results, say if we got our results at 6 a.m., that still counts as a day. They're going by calendar days on that, not by literal hours. So technically, we were only in here 1, 2, 3, maybe if you added all the hours, you got 3.5 days. Technically, you're only in here 3.5 days. Now that's with the early swab. If you did just a regular swab time, maybe you're going to be longer. Maybe it's going to come out to like a full 4 days or 4.5 days, but it's not coming out for us for a 6-day type of deal, you know, a 5-night, 6-day. It's not working out like that. If you arrived in the Philippines real early one day, well, then you had that whole day here in the room, and you're going to spend more time. So I can say it's not going to seem as long as what it does when you just look at it at face value. I know many want to know what happened with the arrival process. So as you've seen there in the other video, we landed, and that was not a flight attendant. That was a Coast Guard representative. Stepped on a plane and read out the protocols, the procedure that we're about to go through. So He came in and gave instructions about the swabbing, the days, everything on there, about what's going to happen on your vaccine card, you know, of showing your vaccine and everything. Now, that was just brief. Then we disembarked off the plane in an orderly fashion by rows. They would call like 4 or 5 rows, and then they call another 4 or 5 rows. And you don't get up and get your bag down out of the overhead or nothing until they call your roll, as I told in the last video. Then we went off the plane. Super simple. They're right outside there, people escorting you which way to go, pointing, you know, go down this way, go down this way. Really smooth, super smooth. And we entered into an area with some seating and all. To these little stations there, you go up. Mel and I went to the same window. We're traveling together, so we went to the same window. It was actually like a little desk. And we showed our vaccination. And so they mark that you're vaccinated. They see, you know, you have a partial vaccination, a full vaccination, what kind, all that. And they document it all. We also showed our ID to prove that it's us. It matches with the vaccination there. So you had to show your accommodation, that you're booked and all, and to a quarantine hotel. And so we shared that to them. All this went really fast. And that was that. And then to immigration, just like you always do. You go to immigration, right? Because the line was so super short at immigration, because there's not a whole lot of travelers coming in. That was just bam, bam. It was so fast. Once again, Mel and I, we didn't even wait there 2 minutes. And we were up at a window together. They were very nice. They checked to make sure that we are married. They didn't even ask for my marriage certificate. They saw her last name. They saw my last name. They asked her, you know, is this your husband? She said yes. And that was that. I'm not saying don't bring your marriage certificate. I'm just saying that at that particular time, they didn't check it. And I saw her flip the pages in both of our passports, and she was seeing that we had landings there together previously. Definitely, I have a foreign name though, Hightower. I don't think you're gonna find a whole lot of Filipinos with that. Although there is a big company right here in Manila that imports foods and stuff from around the world that's called Hightower Corporation. Crazy enough. We stepped on forward to baggage claim. Our bag, only our one bag, the only one that made it, it was sitting right there. I mean, it was like right out on the conveyor fast. We grabbed it and we walked on over to the Philippine Airlines counter there, baggage representatives, and went ahead and filed our claim where American Airlines, not Philippine Airlines, lost our bags in the US, but the Philippine Airlines was able to help us and file a claim, and we could use that to try to get our bags brought on to the Philippines, even though they were never part of like a connecting flight ticket or anything. But it's like a courtesy through the airlines. From there, we walked on out. They didn't even check nothing. The customs didn't even take anything. There was the guy from our hotel. He's holding up a sign with our name. And you saw the video from there, what happened. Now, one of the things I did before I got in that van and left the airport was exchange US dollars. Right outside the airport, right there where they're going to pick you up, was like 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 money changers. They're all right there together in a row. And they're all hurrying for your business. Come here, sir, come here, come here, come here. And I exchanged money right there before we headed here to the hotel. And that cash has been very handy. So that's another thing I suggest, that you go ahead, and if you got dollars to exchange, or whatever currency you have from whatever country you're from, go ahead and do it right there as you exit out of the terminal and head on out. I didn't check about an ATM because I don't do really much ATM stuff here in the country. So I can't help you on that if there was an ATM available or not. If any of you have had experience with that, please share it down in the comments below. It was a very smooth experience. It was extremely impressive. Everybody was courteous, kind. They didn't make you feel nervous or treat you like you're got the cooties or anything like that. Everybody was nice. You knew you were in the Philippines when you got here because of the nice people. And I'm gonna call it a day. I'm tired right now. So we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate the great views and the support to our channel. I want to do this right here though and ask that you please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out there. It helps push our videos forward. If you've just been watching us and you never went ahead and took the time to hit that subscribe button, you know, our numbers grow there on that. It gives our channel a little bit more merit, and it helps us out there in the algorithms and how that YouTube shares us out there in the recommendations and all. So if you really truly like the content and the information I'm putting out and all, help us get it out there. Hit that subscribe and notification bell. You know, we're not one of these vloggers that go putting out 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 videos a day like some people. We do the maximum of 1, and sometimes we do a video only every other day or every on the 3rd day. I would appreciate you to watch that video and know when it comes up. And so the best way to do it is if you take time right now and go in there and turn that notification on, okay? Appreciate that, and see you all on the next one. God bless.